Kudron, who should we start with?
This is in the matter of Emma Dave Jarden, Jans, file 52277.
All right, we are here on a petition to allow the first accounting according to my schedule. Who's here to join us on that one? Specifically, we look for Mr. John Desjardins.
That would be me.
Oh, hi. Come on up to our podium. Good morning.
Good morning.
Deputy Ames, if you could swear in.
Raise your right hand, please, sir. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Very good. All right, Mr. Desjardins, am I pronouncing that right?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Is all the information presented in your accounting truthful, accurate, and complete to the best of your knowledge and information?
Yes.
Very good. Are there any comments you want to make about the information or the reporting?
No.
And how is Emma doing?
Emma's doing great. Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear that. Looks like I have waivers from both Emma and Ms. Julie Weimer.
Yeah.
Yes, and are those the only people that would be interested in this matter?
Yeah, that's correct.
All right, very good. So I have indications here that all notice has been given to all parties. The information does appear to be accurate and correct. Are there any other comments you want to make today?
No, ma'am. No, Your Honor. Sorry.
That's okay. I answer to both. They will be the order of the court that the accounting is allowed. I have signed the order approving that. You're welcome to step across the hall if you like for a copy, or they will mail it to you, whatever you prefer.
They can mail it.
All right.
Mia's been great. She's
Good.
helped me out a lot. Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that. I'll pass that along.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You as well. Thank you, Your Honor.
This is in the matter of Shirley Hampton, file 51164.
Bless you.
Thank you.
All right, so on Shirley Hampton, we're looking for Ms. Karen Muir. Are you here with us this morning?
Yes, I am, Your Honor. Morning.
Good morning. Mr. McFarland.
Morning, Your Honor. Michael McFarland, attorney guardian ad litem. My waivers should be in the file.
Thank you. I do have some preliminary notes that we have, yes, the GAL waiver on the third account. Second. Were you also able to have a look at the final accounting?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm quite sure I signed that waiver.
All right, maybe just stop that for you. Okay, Deputy Ames, would you swear in Ms. Karen Muir, please?
Smear, can you raise your right hand, please?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
It's up. It's up.
Ms. Muir, can you hear me okay?
Yes. Can you not hear me?
Well, you were kind of garbled there, but now you sound fine. Can you raise your right hand, please, and let me know when it's raised?
I'm ready.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Very good. Ms. Muir, is all the information contained in your second, third, and final accounting truthful, accurate, and complete to the best of your knowledge and information?
Yes, it is.
Are there any assets that need to be transferred from the conservatorship into the estate of Ms. Shirley Hampton?
Yes, there is.
All right. Would a month or so or a deadline of June 23rd, 2024 give you enough time to transfer those assets from the conservatorship into the estate?
Yes, it is, Your Honor. I actually wanted to ask you, there are enough funds that you might want to make a personal representative.
Well, very good. Well, we'll leave that to you to decide if you want to request the opening of the estate as a part of your obligations.
Okay.
I'll leave that to you. You might have to consult with an attorney if you so choose on how to do that, but I appreciate your service as conservator in this file. Is there anything you wanted to say about the second, third, or final accounting?
Just that I believe them to be correct, Your Honor.
Very good. They also appear to be correct to the court. They have been reviewed by our guardian ad litem. I did find approval on the final as well. And so I am signing approving those accounts as well as the deadline to have the assets transferred by June 23rd. If you need more time, simply consult with the probate court clerk's office and we can get you an extension. Okay?
All right. Great. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, and thank you for your service to Ms. Hampton.
Certainly.
All right, that's all in this file.
This is in the matter of the estate of Eileen Maynard, file 53194.
All right, court's been asked to open an estate for Eileen Maynard.
Your Honor,
looks
I'm
like
gonna
this is
ask-
Mr. Brooks' case.
I was just gonna say, I'm gonna invite Mr. Brooks in.
Thank you. He's here early, but he's not in the current at the moment. So why don't we go on to our next one while we're waiting?
Okay, this is in the matter of Isla Hover, file 52609.
Here we have a petition to allow the first annual accounting and a motion to withdrawal by Ms. Eaton Gordon. May I have your names for the record, please?
Attorney Nancy Eaton Gordon appearing on behalf of the mother, Mackenzie Foster, who's the mother of Isla Hover.
And your name?
Mackenzie Foster.
Thank you. Do you need her to spell that? All right, go ahead, whenever you're ready.
Thank you, Your Honor. Today we are here for the first accounting. I have reviewed it with my client. Everything to our knowledge does appear to be true and accurate. The only comment I would make is related to the $10 that was submitted initially into Key Bank. My client had put her own funds in there in anticipation of receiving the settlement check that brought about this conservatorship. And when we went to get the annual statement to show that fund was still there, Key Bank had actually closed it out due to them reducing it for fees. So it's not funds that were lost by the ward at all. They were my client's funds, but we did want to make the court aware of why those funds will no longer be reported on further accountings. Everything has been shifted over to Edward Jones where it is held, and the numbers and proofs of that are attached to our request.
Is that a restricted account?
The one at Edward Jones, yes. Yes, it is.
And did you submit the verification of those restrictions?
Yes, that should have been submitted with the initial documentation, and it was attached to our initial filing.
Yes, I see that. Very good. Would you like to take testimony from Ms. Foster?
Very briefly, if I could, Your Honor.
Deputy Ames, if you could please swear Mackenzie Foster.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Hi, Mackenzie. Had a chance to review the accounts that we prepared and the funds that we've discussed at Key Bank. Are the statements that are made in here about those accurate? And the funds that are at Edward Jones, are those all the funds that are for Mackenzie?
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, for Isla.
Yes.
And have any funds been moved or removed from that account?
No.
Did you have any questions or anything about the accounting before you signed it?
No.
Okay, do you have any comments you'd like the judge to know? Okay, I think that's it, Your Honor.
Thank you. How is your dog doing?
Very good.
Very good. Anything else you wanted to offer today? Okay. Well, the court finds all interested parties are given notice for purposes of the petition to allow the account as well as the petition to withdraw as attorney. Ms. Eaton Gordon, did you want to address that formally or simply have we make a ruling on that on the pleadings?
Just briefly, it's not due to any breakdown of the relationship or animosity. It's because she now has the tools to go forward by herself, so I'm glad to be fired. Frankly, I don't want to have to be charging someone for work now that they know how to do it. And I've offered to leave my door open in the event she needs help in the future. We have given her the tools to go forward, including waivers for future court hearings, as she's the only interested party as mother of the ward. So she'll continue to submit her accountings, but should not have to have any future court hearings if those waivers are properly submitted. So.
Good. Not that I wouldn't love to see you. You're always welcome. All right, very good. Well, as far as the accounting goes, I have reviewed that information. It is well supported and well detailed. Thank you, Ms. Eaton Gordon, for attending to those details for the file. So that in the event we have to look at it in the future, it's all laid out very clearly. For all those reasons, as well as the fact that it's complete and it appears to be accurate, it is the order of the court. The first annual accounting is allowed. I'm also signing the order requesting Ms. Eaton Gordon's release from services as the attorney on this file for the reasons that she set forth on the record. Unless there's any questions, that's all for this morning.
I have none. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning.
All right, let's go back to Mr. Brooks's case.
I've been here the whole time, Your Honor.
Well, welcome back to the courtroom.
This is in the matter of the estate of Eileen Maynard, file 53194.
Your appearance.
This is a petition to commence probate as opposed to an application. The reason we're going that route is we were unable to locate the original will, which I drafted, I think in 1425, very long time ago, for Mrs. Maynard, who I think deserves the recognition that she should get for being one of the more unique people I've ever represented. We're talking about Annette. Do you hear the laughing behind me?
I do.
Unique in a good way. She was a good businessman. She was a pillar of the Tecumseh community. She was elderly when she passed. And she was an elderly lady who liked to drive fast in her red top-down sports cars. And her idea of a good time was a weekend at the casino. This is an elderly lady. When she died, she had me place in her trust instrument the following: that she wanted me as her attorney to retain the services of an armored truck and plaster a sign on the side of it that said she was in fact taking it with her. I did that. Unfortunately, old stick in the mud sitting behind me, her son, said, "No, don't do that." Primarily, I guess, because the morning or the day she was buried, it was 10 below zero and nobody was going to see it anyway. That is Eileen Maynard. May she rest in peace, but I doubt, given her personality, she is.
Well, thank you, Mr. Brooks. Excellent presentation. I have reviewed the file. Everything else is in order. The petition is well supported. For the court to find, the notice of hearing was given to all interested parties. There is certification that Ms. Maynard passed away January 25th, 2014. Is that right?
Yeah, no, not, yeah, 2014. She had her own way of doing things and they're still catching up to us.
All right, fair enough. It's also clear that she was a resident of Lenawee County, making this court proper. There have been no objections to any of the relief requested, including the finding that the heirs are Curtis Randall Maynard and Jeffrey Ivan Maynard, her two sons. There's further evidence that she passed away with a valid unrevoked will, uncontested will also, dated June 20th, 1984, which obviously Mr. Brooks has talked with us about here this morning. It is the order of the court that the petition will be granted. The will is valid, recognized as valid, is admitted to probate, and will govern the administration of the estate. Curtis Randall Maynard is appointed personal representative. He is suitable for appointment pursuant to the statutes that apply. And it does not appear at this point that there's a need to require him to serve as a bonded fiduciary. Mr. Brooks, what are the potential assets in the estate that remain to be transferred?
They are relatively small, but at about $20,000. But absent this petition and these letters of authority, we just can't get to it. It's a waste of everybody's time and money, but we gotta do it.
Are they already sort of in a protected fund, or where are they?
Well, where they are, to be blunt, at the moment, are in my client's pocket. He was willed the money, but he's going to today take my letters of authority that you'll provide in his tax ID number, take it to the bank, open a bank account, deposit the $20,000 in there, and then give it a day, 2 or 3 to settle. Then he's going right back in, pay himself back. That's what's going on. The word stupid comes to mind.
Well, I appreciate the transparency and the effort to make sure that things are done according to the law. So I have signed the order of formal proceedings as requested, admitted your will, signed letters of authority. And unless there's any questions, that's all for today.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you for coming. I'm sorry for your loss.
Tecumseh is not the same town without Eileen. It is not.
Thank you, Mr. Brooks.
And this is in the matter of Laverne Barron, file 52407.
All right, our last item up, this is a first accounting with a petition to allow. We have the names of our participants, please.
Michael McFarland, attorney guardian ad litem.
Morning, Your Honor. Luke Schmerberg, the attorney for Ms. Candace Fobar, whose petition got this whole ball rolling a few years ago.
All right, Candace, what did you say your last name was?
Fobar is my client's last name. Yeah, there are multiple Candaces in this file, so thanks for
That's
clarifying.
all right, yeah, it sort of just dropped off a little bit on the end there, so I'm gonna make sure I got the name right. Looks like Ms. Denise Ketchmark is our conservator. She's in our waiting room, attempting to join. Mr. McFarland, did you have any comments on this file as we await her arrival?
I can put them on the record, Your Honor, or are we on
Would you prefer to
record?
wait?
Are we on record then?
We are.
Okay, I did have a conversation with Ms. Ketchmark, Your Honor. I think she may have undervalued her time involved in this case, especially with the eviction and other legalities that are ongoing and occurring. So I signed off on the waiver.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Schmerberg, did you have anything to add today?
We received the first account several months ago, and I raised some questions with Ms. Ketchmark about some of the information contained in it, and she very generously volunteered the information that I asked for and then some. So I wanted to make sure she recognized that, we appreciate that. I do have some concerns about the fact that, or my belief that we are going to never get some of the assets that Laverne's entitled to because they were converted by Candace Rickard and Rachel Rickard back when they had power of attorney. But other than those assets that I don't know if we'll ever get, we're very satisfied with the accounting and in particular, the work Ms. Ketchmark did when we raised questions. So that's what we have today.
Well, I'm sorry to say, she's having a lot of trouble joining us. I see that she's in my waiting room and we're not getting the spinning wheel of death particularly, but it just says joining and then she's not able to get us. So you'll have to offer your compliments to her individually, where she can review the record, I suppose, if she needs to. But I don't find it necessary to have her verify this, especially in light of the comments offered here this morning. I've had 2 attorneys on this case reviewing her work, answering any questions. I have also reviewed it. The first accounting does appear to be correct and therefore ought to be allowed, including the fees and costs set forth therein. That is what the order of the court reflects. I also have before me this morning a request to transfer venue to the county of Washtenaw. Did you have any position on that, Mr. Schmerberg?
I think it's appropriate right now. Ms. Barron owns a piece of real estate in Lenawee County, but she doesn't live there. She lives at Brecken Village in Saline, Washtenaw County. So I think that Washtenaw County, it's where she's at. It's a place that I think is best suited to handle it from here on out.
Are there any other interested parties that you believe need to be served with this request to change venue?
No, I believe since the Rickards are no longer interested parties, everybody that should know about it does.
Do you agree, Mr. McFarland?
I would. I believe her residency has changed to Washtenaw County.
Based on the circumstances set forth in the request, as well as the confirmation again by our 2 attorneys that are present here this morning, I am also signing, allowing that change to go over to Washtenaw County. All right, thank you both for appearing and for waiting and for your comments this morning. That's all in the matter of Ms. Laverne Barron.
Thank
And
you.
to see that things have moved along.